fellow Nigerians, the coronavirus period is here, and this is the time for us to show our compassion and humanity as a people. On behalf of the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, we wish to thank Nigerians and companies that have been donating to support the fight against the virus. The government of Nigeria abandoned our health sector for too long, and now the time has come to pay the price. It is our hope that such funds that are being donated by companies and individuals are judiciously utilized and not siphoned. We are watching. We hereby wish to make the following recommendations. 1. The executives and legislature must cut their salaries by at least 70% throughout this period. Ministers were reported to have donated 50% of their 1 month's salary. The question is, 50% of what amount? From how many millions? Politicians continue to hide their true salaries and emoluments in Nigeria. For example, Senate President Ahmed Lawan claimed that the salary of senators is just 750,000 naira. Professor Isse Sage, a presidential aide, challenged him that he was lying. In 2017, Professor Isse Sage claimed that a Nigerian senator receives around 29 million naira monthly. And it is very shameful that when countries are supporting us, companies and private individuals are donating their hard-earned money to support coronavirus, members of the Nigerian House of Representatives just acquired 400 pieces of VS2 2020 Camry at a whopping price of 20 million naira each. How insensitive. A greedy flock of people. Anyway, we also wish to use this opportunity to tell Senator Degi Eremienyo, the ousted supposed deputy governor of Bayelsa State, that we as a coalition are set to take you to court to challenge the fake result which you are also using at the Senate, the same result that has been condemned by the Supreme Court. Point number 2, the time has come for all religious bodies, despite no matter your religion, the time has come to give financial and material support back to your members and non-members. Your preaching of love has to be practicalized now. Whether you are a Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, traditionalist, Hinduist, or others, please give back now. Point number 3, prisoners and detainees should be granted amnesty and released, especially those that have not been sentenced for capital offenses. Many Nigerians have been waiting trial for over 5 years for no fault of theirs. They are sardined in congested and very deplorable conditions, which could lead to mass death if the virus missed them in the prisons. For example, the Kirikiri prison was built in 1955 by British colonialists to accommodate 1,056 inmates. Today, it accommodates over 5,700 inmates. We have seen the very disheartening Warri prison, and it is no longer a correctional center, but hell on earth. Please, you can watch the video at the end of the speech. Point number 4, patients that are being detained in hospitals due to their inability to settle their bills should please be allowed to go home before coronavirus catches up with them. State governors could kindly cooperate with such hospitals to let our people go. Point number 5, In all of this, the government of Nigeria must come to terms with the fact that Nigerians cannot be told to stay at home when they are hungry. Sadly, our people hustle for what will survive them for just one day. The current poverty in Nigeria was artificially caused by politicians, and politicians must find artificial solutions to the problems. Remember that a hungry man is an angry man. It is not enough that government is building emergency shelters for victims of COVID-19. Government must also build emergency shelters for our over 30 million homeless citizens and for our over 20 million children who live on the street and sleep on wet iced fish cartons under tables at marketplaces in the deep of the night. Children abandoned to eat from refuse dumps and used once in 4 years as underage voters to unconsciously vote for the same people that are their oppressors. Children that vote for the elongation of the tenures of the oppressors against their wish. Children born into begging, kidnapped to be suicide bombers, and forced to die before their time. No privileged child is free until a disadvantaged child is taken out of the street. If this government of Muhammadu Buhari that is purportedly fighting corruption sees nothing wrong as it continues to pay jailed Senator Orji Uzor Kalu over 14 million naira monthly as salary, even as he remains in prison, then it must see something good in quickly providing shelter, succor, good health for our children and the homeless that are on the street. You cannot be integrating and empowering terrorists when our armless citizens and children beg for bread and denied basic health care. Leaders who hold the Bible with one hand and the Quran with another hand, but are always very anxious to eat every piece of meat dedicated to idols. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.